Okay. So, hello future grammar nerds. I'm going to talk to you about a very common kind of mistake. Maybe you have seen your professors complain about this before. It's called a comma splice. So a comma splice happens when you don't use the right punctuation or the right type of word to join two independent clauses together. So we've already looked at how you can use fanboys and a comma to join two independent clauses. But if you don't put the fanboy, you just put the comma, it makes this kind of error. So I'll show you an example of that. So we'll do Liana. So Liana was exhausted. But she was running a race and she wanted to finish, so she kept going. She finished the race. Anyway. So this would be a mistake if we just put a comma here. So with just a comma here, we're joining two independent clauses with a comma. That makes a mistake called a comma splice. So how can you fix that kind of mistake? The first way to fix it would be to add one of the fanboys, one of the coordinating conjunctions. So if I get rid of this comma, and which one should we use? Liana was exhausted. She finished the race anyway. The second part shows a bit of a contrast, like it's a little bit of a surprise. So I'm going to add comma but. So now I've corrected the comma splice, but there's also another way I want to show you to correct it. And the second way is using something called a semicolon. Usually students taking this course, the most common question and wish that I receive is for students to learn how to properly use a semicolon. It looks like this, okay? Like a period up top and a comma below. It's kind of like a very strong comma, a bit more of a stop than a comma, and it can attach like larger pieces together. So the other way that we could do the same sentence, instead of the comma and the fanboy, we can use just a semicolon. And just like that, we have fixed the comma splice problem. So that's all for now. Later, grammar nerds.